Alright, so another solo Xenolord clear. No base pals, just me and my party pals, using a little bit of a different party pal setup. Still got the legendary armor, got the legendary plasma, and the legendary multi-guided, mixing them a little bit, and running the defense rings instead of the attack pendants, the resistance rings. And then this is the different build on the Frostallions. We got Demon God, Serenity, and Vanguard instead of that Swift Runner I believe I'm running on my other Frostallion. So this is an attempt to use the partner skill, which kind of like Selene, it doubles ice damage as well as giving you that attack bonus. So it's going to be a little bit of a slower Frostallion. It won't outspeed some skills that the other Frostallion does. So that is a little bit trickier. And the extra damage bonus, we'll see how much we end up using with the Serenity build. So this is going to be an attempt to use more Frostallion skills than maybe my weapon uptime, sacrificing a little bit, which probably isn't ideal. I feel like the PAL damage is still a little bit minor compared to just player damage, so if you're pausing, you're shooting and reloading and trying to do PAL damage, like I'm doing here, just experimenting with some stuff, trying to dismount while reloading. I feel like a lot of this extra gimmicky stuff is probably got a very high like skill ceiling, a high DPS ceiling, but what ends up happening is you probably just end up doing less while having to think a lot more than if we're comparing to the other Frostallion that is just running around quickly. You'll see this one just about outspeeds this Cosmic Meteor, so you can't shoot at the same time, which is a little bit of a sacrifice. Then I'm not sure how much each one of these attacks is actually adding compared to just one regular missile or something like that. So overall, I still feel the other Frostallion, or like soloing the Xenolord, I'm trying to do the grapple trick, grappling the ground to dismount to try to dodge some attacks, which the normal Frostallion, or the Swift Frostallion rather, just had no problem outspeeding. So overall, probably not a huge DPS gain. It's probably, like, if you manage to time them all right and you find the right distance, because you get stuff like this, you're trying to stand far enough away where Beam Slicer doesn't one-shot you. Sometimes you kind of cause Xenolord to fly away, even if you're inside the base radius. This like AI is a little bit annoyed by that. Then this satellite bit as well. Usually you can just outspeed it by flying straight. You can't do that on this mount. I think we can see there the double blizzard spike is adding, maybe that's around 20,000, which is like shooting, I guess, with the plasma cannon. So it's an extra shot, but if you're using it, like, usually that's why I have the multi-guided with me. Because when I'm aiming this blizzard spike and the double blizzard spike, you don't get the headshot bonus. Then you might as well just use the quad launcher. So it's stuff like that I'm just trying out some stuff here. But overall, you might be getting the point that while this has a very high like ceiling, especially if you have like 4 weapons and you dismount, but I did want to grapple to do that easy dismount for like dodging the astral ray and stuff like that. But still didn't work out perfectly. You should probably dodge the satellite bit as well. It doesn't do a huge amount of damage, but it all kind of adds up over the fight. And then Frostallion doesn't really resist all those dark attacks as well from the ads. There's a couple of things you can do to just make this fight easier on yourself, which is stand a lot further away. I just find it kind of cheesy and not so fun to stand so far away that Xenolord just jumps up into the air over and over. And then you just shoot like 4 plasma cannons while he's doing Cosmic Meteor. So you could do that. And then if you're far enough away as well, the like ads that he summoned, they won't path as well. So you can just pick them off while they're in a group. You'll probably see that with some of the ads in this fight. So you can like try to play it a bit more legit, or you can also just Frostallion trying to suicide there. So I'm just trying to, it's like when I fought the Rio Ultra. You could do the same thing with him. Just like stand outside the base radius. He will attack the PAL box over and over, but not enough to kill it within the 10 minutes. You can sort of bait him out when you have full shields again, and he definitely won't kill it. So it's more trying to force it to be a legit fight than it actually... Like, you could easily just stand outside the base. It's not a problem as well. If you want like a sort of Xenolord cheese or whatever. I don't think you have high enough DPS for that, even with the Frostallion build here, to do it against Ultra. You can do it against a normal one. Just stand outside, and it will be fine. But the general idea of this build here is to just have this Just spamming Holy Burst, Blizzard Spike and Double Blizzard Spike. Using Plasma Cannon for easy headshots. And when I don't feel like it's an easy headshot, like while I'm using the PAL skills or I'm dodging around, just shooting the multi-guided. Because the DPS when you're not going for headshots is very similar to the Plasma Cannon. Got some pals spawning up on the cliff as well. Sometimes they make their own way down. Sometimes. We'll see. It's usually the Xenovators using their dash skill. Jumping down. So something they've changed quite a bit with this fight overall. So the reason I'm updating this video or making a new version, I do have a Xenolord with no base pals videos. That was like the previous version of Xenolord. They updated how the ads work. They changed Frostallion as well. Frostallion is naturally a little faster, so that's why I thought this would be a bit more possible. I don't think this would have been possible with the old Frostallion. It would have been hit by like Nightmare Ball and stuff like that. You still get hit by Satellite Bit, this Astral Ray or whatever if you don't do the grapple dodge. I think you still can't like withstand a fight here with just like the normal Frostallion. And this is with the good healing potion as well, which is quite a bit of healing over like this long duration fight. So quite a bit of healing from the potion, otherwise I don't think it would be possible as well, especially with the burn from a little bit of everything. And then again, it's this like, I'm trying to use the attacks as much as I can, like off cooldown, but I feel like it's just causing me to not shoot as much. Like, if I didn't have to aim the double Blizzard Spike and Blizzard Spike, I could use the Plasma Cannon instead and do like 50% more damage with the headshots. And then that's even a little bit more since it's super effective headshots, it scales differently, so you're sacrificing quite a bit of DPS by not just aiming for the headshots with a Plasma Cannon. And you have to do these dismounts as well. I think this kill is still gonna be a bit quicker than the old one. Probably just because the old one you also had to do a little bit dodging. It was like the slower Frostallion, so I still probably recommend the fast Frostallion. Like, I don't feel like these extra, like every 50 seconds or something I get to shoot one extra Plasma Cannon kinda with the double Blizzard Spike. Holy Burst is probably a similar amount of damage. Tricky to see just how much it is with a lot of other stuff going on, but I feel like the skills are somewhere around 1 and 2 extra Plasma Cannon shots or like an extra wave of missiles. That seems pretty fair. Like 1 quad launcher burst is 1 double Blizzard Spike. So how much is that? Like a little bit of an increase in overall DPS, but as long as you're not shooting, then it's not really worth it. But still, respectable kill time. I think this kind of Frostallion really peaks during something like the hard mode Axel fight instead, where it's a bit of a shorter fight, you don't have the issue. Maybe he probably has a bunch of burn damage as well, thinking about it, but probably a little bit shorter fights Frostallion shines in where, or this particular Frostallion. And then you can see I got the Rings of Dragon resistance. The attack is quite high when you got this, but I don't have the attack pendant, so that's missing compared to the last attempt. I've started prioritizing these more defense items and just not having to dodge as much. And then the build here. So probably still Swift and Runner is the way to go for an easier time, but the partner skill, there is a skill ceiling there. You could probably reach peak potential DPS with some build variations on the classic Frostallion. So that's it for this video. Thanks for watching.